Hey guys, so today I want to share another shampoo for wash day. Recently I posted a video about my 3 powders outside of the shower shampoo that I absolutely love. However, in that video I did mention there isn't a lot of lather, there isn't really any lather, even though it cleans your hair well. So I wanted to share some other options for those who really do love lather, and I do use these ones. Just not as often. These are made with a black soap, so they will give you that lather, and I have 2 versions that you can make. They both use the same base, and then after that I just kind of add a couple different ingredients. One of them is very wet and liquid. You can pour it on your hair, gives you great slip, gives moisture, all of that good stuff. So I do like that version. And also it is really for being used in the shower, okay? Because it's wet, it's liquid. The other version, like I said, comes from the same base, but it is thicker. This one I personally love because, as I mentioned before, I don't really like stuff dripping around a lot when I'm applying it on my hair. So sometimes I want to apply things outside of the shower. This is a good option for that. And so that thicker version uses guar gum as its thickener. It is perfect for me. I love the consistency. It also gives you great lather, amazing slip because of that guar gum, but still moisture, you know what I mean? So I love both of these options, and either one you can kind of detangle your hair. At least I can. I finger detangle pretty easily with both of these in, so I feel like they're good options since that first option that I gave you guys was really just a co-wash kind of thing. So yeah, you can try these 2 black soap recipes. You can give yourself more lather or less lather depending on how much of them you use on your hair, right? So anyway, I just thought I'd share that for you guys because I love all 3 of these DIYs, but the black soap ones will give you the slip, the lather especially, and so on. So I'll go ahead and show you how I make it, and then you guys can give it a try if you're curious to see if you might like those or just want to try another DIY. These are the ingredients we're going to be using today, so let's get started. I keep my black soap in this little box here, and then it's wrapped in plastic, so I'll go ahead and take out a chunk of this black soap and just dice that up fairly small. It doesn't have to be super teeny tiny or anything, but I'll just chunk this up and then put it in my jar. Okay, so you can see I didn't chop it very finely, but it is chopped up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add these to my jar. And I forgot to press record as I was putting in the flax seeds, but this is the point where you would put in 1 tablespoon of whole flaxseed, okay? I have my aloe vera juice portioned out here. This is a 2 tablespoon measure, so I'm gonna go ahead and add in 12 total tablespoons right now. And I am going to need just a couple tablespoons extra, so I grabbed that out, and that makes 12 tablespoons. Now I'm adding some hot water to the outer bowl, so I'm just going to indirectly heat up this mixture so that the aloe vera juice and the black soap work together and it dissolves the black soap. All right, here we are after 2 hours. I'm gonna go ahead and strain this. Okay, so here is our base. I'm going to split it off half and half so I can make the two different versions. In this left jar, I'm going to have version 1, so this one needs a little bit more aloe vera juice to keep it nice and loose as we move forward. So I'm going to add in 6 more tablespoons of aloe vera juice. And to both of the containers, I'm going to add the same exact oils. So I have avocado oil and then some sweet almond oil and a vitamin E oil. And I'm putting the same amount, 1 tablespoon of each of the 2 larger oils and then 1 teaspoon of vitamin E oil into each jar. Give these each a quick stir and then we'll move on. Okay, for the first version, we're going to go ahead and make our thickener. So as always, I am using guar gum and glycerin. I'm going to mix that into a nice smooth slurry and then add it into my base. So just give that a good stir, let it sit for 1 or 2 minutes, and then you will see that it is nicely thickened and we can just put it straight into our bottle. I do put this one into a bottle that has the tip cut off since it's a little bit thicker, but this works perfectly for me. All right, that's the first version of our black soap shampoo. It is thick, it's creamy, it does not drip. It gives lots and lots of lather and lots of slip as well. All right, let's move on to our next one. So version 2, the jar that was on the right, all we're going to add now to this is some coconut milk. So I've got coconut milk here. I'm going to pour it into another container because I am going to be using the rest of this afterwards. So this is how much black soap I have in this jar. I am going to double the amount by adding coconut milk in here, okay? So you can just kind of eyeball it or put your finger right at the line there and then estimate about a doubled amount of that. So add that into your jar, there you go, and give that a good mix so that everything is incorporated well. So I've got an applicator bottle here. You can go ahead and just use this shampoo as is, or you can use this coconut milk as I mentioned before that I just store in the fridge. So you can use your applicator bottle, putting maybe just a little bit of the base in there, how much you might need, and then add some more coconut milk in it and use that. So this is version 2. I like to use it just like this. I don't add extra coconut milk into it, but you certainly can do that on wash day. So this is very creamy, very conditioning, lots of lather again, and tons of slip. So these are my 2 versions, one quite liquidy, one quite thick. Okay guys, so we have to test the pH, so I've got some pH strips here. Let's start with the one that has the coconut milk. So this is version 2. It's the very liquidy one. That's what it looks like. So I'm just going to put some in here, and then we're going to test the pH. And as you can see, it is already nice and dark. So this one comes out to a pH of about 8 or so. And let's check out the thicker one that has the guar gum. Check out that great consistency. Honestly, it's no drip. You can put it on your hair, you can put it on your scalp, and it's excellent. So I'm going to test this one out as well. It's kind of thick, so it's hard to get on there. But again, you can see pH of 8. So these are pretty high because they have black soap in them, but you can use apple cider vinegar in order to lower that pH. So I'll just show you how you can do it if you want to have it with the lower pH, because you're going to be using it more often. Just take out as much as you're going to need for that day's wash day, and then add about a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar to that. Mix it in really, really well so everything is incorporated and you're back to that nice smooth consistency. So you can see it's back to being nice and smooth, it's incorporated. And we'll do the same for our thicker option. So I'm just going to squeeze out as much as I would use on a wash day, add in a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. With this one, you have to really make sure to mix it in very, very well to get it back to that good consistency where everything's incorporated and it's nice and thick once again, okay? Oh, and I have a little visitor coming to check out my recipe. All right, so my mix is back to being nice and smooth. Everything's incorporated perfectly. So let's go ahead and test the pH on both of these. And we can see already that apple cider vinegar has really lowered the pH. It's now about a 6 or so. And onto the guar gum version. Again, the pH on this one has lowered down to a 6. All right, so that's how you can lower the pH on this black soap shampoo. I'm going to go ahead and just mix these right back into my bottles, and I'm going to use them just as is. Like I mentioned, don't use these every single wash day, so I am okay with using them without doing the apple cider vinegar added into it, but it's up to you. If you're going to use these regularly week to week, then yes, I would suggest lowering the pH. But I'm going to go ahead and freeze these because I don't use them week to week. So I'll show you my process for freezing them and then defrosting them on wash day. Okay guys, so I have my ice trays ready here. I'm going to start by putting in this coconut milk version into a few of the ice trays, and I'm going to reserve a little bit back so that I can use that in the next upcoming weeks here, okay? So that one's good to go. I did use this blue ice tray, but it didn't work very well. The silicone trays work much, much better for this. So I did end up just remelting those ones that I had in the blue tray. And now I'm putting it into the silicone tray so that I can show you it works much better in these sorts of trays. This is what it looks like before I freeze it. And here we are. They are frozen. I've left them in the refrigerator a couple days or so. This is that first coconut version. It comes out of the ice trays really easily and it's super handy. Onto our guar gum version, you can see they peel out a little bit harder than the coconut milk version does, but still really good, and it does work much, much better with the silicone trays as opposed to just a regular ice tray for this one, okay? Same thing, I'm going to store this in the freezer, and on wash day, I take some out, I chop it up, put it into my applicator bottle, and then I just sit it into a pot with some warm water, let that melt over a couple hours or so, and then I am ready to go on wash day. So that's it, nice and simple. I love these DIYs. I hope you give them a try.